That thing is straight up nasty. Every day we get a full frame off restored TRX250R here to share with you, but when we do, it's a good day. That thing is straight up, sounds wicked. Take a look at this thing. It's absolutely stunning. Has not been in the dirt since it was restored. That's the only problem with doing full frame offs is you don't want to wreck it. It's absolutely perfect. This has the old school FMF Gold Series exhaust on it. The exhaust is in mint condition. It's been cosmetically restored. We're going to bring it inside and go over the work order. There's an extensive list of new and custom parts on this thing, so come on inside. Go ahead and bring it all the way down. Let me show you. We have 20 bikes. 20. Feast your eyes on this absolute beauty. Just back from Daytona. This is the first bike that I chose to ride since I got back. It's the first day of the year where it was warm enough to ride outside. Actually, I rode it and then Andrew rode it. I had him ride it because he's better at riding it. It's his bike. Andrew's one of our A-techs. He's the owner of this TRX, and he's had a extensive journey on this thing, bringing it to the museum quality piece that it is right now. No bolt was left unturned on this. The first thing he did, he always wanted to build one of these, and he borrowed the money to do it from a friend of his dad's, put a stack of cash and a whole bunch of time into this thing, and starting with the engine was rebuilt. You can see all of the new gaskets, all the new components, all of the new hardware, the new water pump on the side that you're looking at over there. That exhaust is an original classic Gold Series FMF. The pipe is almost as old as the bike, but it's in mint condition. He was lucky to score that along with the FMF Power Core silencer. It's original, so it has the original decal on it. Very low hours on the exhaust system. You can see the radiators are brand new. The radiator scoops are brand new. The radiator hoses are brand new. It's running Engine Ice Coolant, VP racing fuel, and it is an absolute ripper, evidenced by his rip up the driveway there. Has the GPI silicone hoses. In addition to the crank seals, the top end was totally redone. Pistons, the piston, the rings, base gasket, head gasket. I think I might have already covered that, but the kicker is new. The clutch is new. It has a new water pump. I'll come around this side of the engine here, and you can see that this side of the engine, aluminum was sanded and beautifully polished. You can see the new fuel lines, the new fuel petcock. The original Sudco carb was rebuilt and jetted for this for the porting and for the exhaust it has on it. I think it's an absolute ripper. It's got the new countershaft sprocket protector, new chains and sprockets, and then he rode it for a summer. Put 5 to 7 hours on it. This is one of many machines that Andrew owns. This is more of a quest to build the ultimate TRX. It's something he always wanted to do. He's an A-tech, so he has all the mechanical skills to do this himself and all the connections here at Kaplan Cycles to get all the parts. So he took it right down to the frame. The frame was sent out to the best powder coater east of the river here in Connecticut and professionally powder coated the original color. You can see the swing arm was also powder coated. The front A-arms were powder coated, and every nut and bolt on the bike was gone through top to bottom. The custom aluminum wheels were polished, as you can see. New tires mounted on there, new valve stem. The A-arms, brand new 2-inch over A-arms with a 1-inch up and 2-inch out, are matched to the brand new shocks off the 450 model, the new model. Those are powder coated gold also. You can see it has a new aluminum front bumper on here, a new Denton Racing steering stabilizer. All the hardware is in mint condition or new. The brake system was completely rebuilt on the front. As you can see, the calipers were vapor blasted and then repainted. All the hardware is brand new on the A-arms and has like the new American Star cable guides, brand new braided stainless front brake lines. The master cylinder was rebuilt. The whole front end, everything on the front end is new or improved, including the steering stem itself. You can see it's got the custom billet mount for it there. New Pro Taper bars, new Pro Taper red, white, and blue crossbar pad, which plays nicely with the red, white, and blue colors. The cables look to be in brand new condition. These are brand new braided stainless lines. The clutch and brake lever are in mint condition. Of course, it's got new grips on it. The body kit is all brand new. It has the new front body kit by Mayer. It has a new tank cover. It's got a new fuel cap. The seat was rebuilt with a new seat cover. Andy was really good at doing upholstery. He redid the seat. Also put a brand new rear body kit on it, all new graphics, including the Honda HRC logos, the Fourtrax graphics. It's red, white, and blue. It's absolutely freaking beautiful. And it has not, these knobbies have not touched the dirt. That was the first real rip that we took on it to up and down the driveway here to demo to you guys how good this thing runs. But it had all the hairy nubs on the tire before we did that little run on it. But it's not every day we get one of these. We wanted to take it out and you can hear it. You see the engine not only was rebuilt, but it was all cosmetically restored. The cylinder was vapor blasted. The cases were cleaned and carefully repainted. The ProLink swing arm has been rebuilt with all new bearings. The shock was completely rebuilt. The axle is a, I'll have to check again, but is it 1 inch or 2 inch over? +1 on the axle. It's a polished aluminum axle. You can see the new chain of sprockets, all the new hardware, everything's been done. Also, this is pretty rare. We've got the title to this also. Generally, we don't get titles with older, even, in 5-10 years old, somehow dirt bikes just don't seem to have, but it's a clean title, not filled out on the back, and it's from the state of California. So that should add some value. If you've been following these online, you know they're going absolutely insane. A three-wheeler ATC 250R just auctioned off a brand new one in the crate for, was it $200,000? $200,000. And this is the first year of the TRX250, the 86. It was about the same time that Honda had been forced by the feds to stop making the three-wheeler, so they focused all their development on this. And this is an extremely competitive racing machine. This, you can take out and race it against the new 450s. If you like two strokes, it's still competitive almost 40 years later. It says something about the engineering they put into this thing. Highly collectible model. I guess the question is, do you hang it from your living room ceiling or in the man room or put it in the museum here, or do you ride it? Because it's so nice. It's almost, well, Andrew felt it was, he didn't want to take it off and trash it. His goal was to have the nicest TRX you could imagine, and he accomplished that. If you look on Mecum for comparable sales results or Bring a Trailer, you can see one's just sold in 2023 for $17,000. An 88, not quite as nice, sold for $12,100 at Mecum in 2023. There's others, but the point is they're going up in value, and this one is being given a total labor of love. I'm going to go over the parts list here, make sure I didn't miss anything. It's got the new front plastic air scoop, new billet clutch basket, new stainless steel radiator scoops, new radiator, a new billet water pump and rebuild kit. So, and of course, I think I mentioned the cylinder's been ported and polished, and it was all set up to run with this setup on VP race fuel. It doesn't have to be the super high octane stuff. We run VP T2, and that's fine. The two-piece wheels were restored. The wheel hubs are powder coated, polished the rims to mirror finish. All new wheel bearings and seals, obviously new tires. Those are the TRX250R front shocks. The OEM rear shock was rebuilt with a new powder coated shock spring, powder coated American Star Plus 2 A-arms in their front, new billet rear carrier and bearings. All the linkage was cleaned and greased. Rear axle was polished. It has a new swing arm bearings I mentioned. That's a 520, gold 520 heavy duty final drive chain with a new chain slider, new black final drive sprocket, and the new 250R K-Saver. I think I covered pretty much 2-inch extended braided stainless steel brake lines. Those had to be extended because you had one with a 2-inch over front end. Brake system's completely rebuilt. It has a new Clark Racing OEM replica fuel tank, in addition to the tank cover. Air boxes in mint condition, new air filter. It's been jetted perfectly. So, +2 steering stem. And I'm not sure if I mentioned the 2-inch wider foot pegs. Those are a massive upgrade over the original ones. So you got to ask yourself, what would it cost for you to bring a bike like this to a shop and have an A-Tech like Andrew, who Andrew's done many of the restorations you see in here in the museum. He's been with us for a few years, and he's been doing this since he was a kid. It's an obsession. Well, he's got 75 hours of labor into this, not including running back and forth to the powder coat shop and ordering parts and dreaming of it. He's probably got hundreds of hours on that, but an actual 75 hours of labor on the time card that he kept with us during the restoration. It was professionally rebuilt from the bottom of the tires to the top of the bars. Nothing was left unturned. The total investment in parts, all the parts on this list here, was $5,100. The labor at 75 hours at $115 an hour is $11,250. So the total, I have to grab a calculator, but $11,250 plus $5,100 was $16,350. Yeah, that's right. So $16,350. If you bought it to a shop and said, okay, do a frame off, every nut and bolt, want everything rebuilt, and you bought $5,100 worth of new parts in a 75-hour shop ticket, that's what you'd be into, which isn't far off of the $17,000 comparable that was on Bring a Trailer in 2023. You can look that up yourself. So labor of love. Of course, he had the investment of buying the TRX to begin with, which wasn't cheap to find a good original. I didn't ask him what he paid for it, but I'm assuming it was $4,000. He paid $4,000 for it. So it's a substantial investment. The reserve is going to be set substantially under what it would cost to rebuild this thing. It'll be set north, somewhere just north of 10,000, I believe, maybe 12,000. I got to talk to him, but we're going to let you guys watching decide what this is worth. If you're a man of means and you don't have 70 and you're not a professional mechanic, his 75 hours might turn into 2 years of you fiddle farting around trying to make it right. But I mean, this is what Andrew does for a living. He's a professional. He's got all the tools and all the connections and all the know-how to do a restoration of this magnitude here. So he also owns a farm up north that he inherited from his dad and a house down here. He's got a lot of responsibility, and he thought it would be a good idea to sell this and pay back the money he owes to his dad's friend and use the money towards his farm, which I can totally relate to. I have a 50-acre farm, and I've sold a lot of my prized possessions over the years when I built my house and when we put in the pond and everything else. So he's letting it go. His intentions were never to build this, restore it, and sell it. He was going to keep it, but he needs the money for his farm and his other responsibilities. And it's just too nice to ride at this point, basically. I think that pretty much summarizes it. So as you can see, it's an absolute diamond, and it runs like a raped ape. This thing hauls the mail. I'm not as good of an ATV rider as Andrew, so I thought he should do the riding demo, and it's his bike. So in any event, spectacular machine. I enjoyed riding it, and look at it. Will you just look at it? Just look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. Hats off to Andrew. Did a beautiful job. And if you're interested in buying this, give Junior a call, 860-454-7024, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. If this video has been up in more than 2 weeks, it's probably, and it's not on eBay, that means it's sold. This won't stick around. We haven't had one this nice come through the shop ever in all the time we've been doing this. It's a rare piece, and it's ready to go. So if you're looking for a kick-ass Fourtrax to add to your collection, your ship just came in. Don't hesitate. Give Junior a call. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We will absolutely hook you up. East Coast time, by the way. We can also finance this through Freedom Road, just like the new Gaskets or Buells or Starks or Husqvarnas we sell here. We can finance this, and we also can ship it right to your house, enclosed, white glove, insured transport. And of course, we take trades too. So if you had something you want to trade in, I'm sure Junior would hook you up. Anyways, if you have any questions, give us a call. Thank you for watching. God bless America.